Marc Hedlund with running for Moorhead City Council, Ward 4. I've been a Moorhead resident for about, I think it's just over 16 years now. Grew up in northern Minnesota. I have two beautiful daughters and a wife. My oldest will be 11 here on Friday. Youngest just turned 6. I work in real estate here out of Hatch Realty, the brokerage, an associate broker there. I guess community involvements are with the F5 project, and then just honestly kids.
Sure.
So they take up a lot of time.
Yeah.
But
what are the most important issues in your race?
I guess I'm not necessarily concerned with calling them issues, but things that I like to see. You know, Moorhead is a community that I feel it's somewhat bedroom. There's a lot of people that live in Moorhead are very loyal to Moorhead. I've watched in the time that I've been there, businesses come and businesses go, and it's frustrating to see companies that have been there for a long term move over to this side of the river, but also working in real estate. I've talked with a few business owners from Fargo and said, why haven't you come to Moorhead? And they say, well, we can't make numbers work, and there's too much loopholes or hoops to jump through. So those are some of the things that I definitely want to try to bridge those gaps and help business owners currently to make sure that they're happy and they want to stay here, but then also new people, new businesses, and trying to help grow and grow that part of our community, the economic side. So I know with downtown starting to revitalize, I'm really excited for that. I look at Fargo and the downtown here and what I feel like helps bring people, I think local eateries, if you want to call them, or restaurants, I think are very big in our community, and I think seeing things like that would be a great staple.
Okay. And maybe you've talked about some of this, but how would you address these issues that you've identified?
Well, number one is finding out what the community wants as a whole. Whether it's, working in real estate, I know that people want to move to areas where they have amenities close. Good schools, restaurants, grocery stores, things like that. And you start to see that in parts of Moorhead when a new development comes up. Let's just say the Horizon Shores, for example. New school, very close to a couple restaurants and to Cashwise, Target, and Walmart, things like that. Great community, it's starting to grow. Same with South Moorhead where the Hornbachers is and things like that. And I know that, there's certain things in certain areas that we're missing. And so, finding out from the community first what they want and what they need, but then, working, whether it's a task force or working with the Economic Development Committee, and seeing, how do we get over to these businesses that are around and get them here, and what is it that they need to come here?
Sure. And what differentiates you from your opponents, and why should someone vote for you?
I'm excited. I don't want to say aggressive. Aggressive, I think, is a strong word, but I like to, when I see something, go out and get it. And I don't like to sit idly and let other people's opinions trump mine. Not to use that word or name, but if I feel that my point is valid. So I don't like to just go with the flow because that's where the majority is, unless that's what is good for the people and the people of Moorhead. I definitely like to stand up for issues that are not necessarily mine, but for the ward that I represent. I know that I am allowed to have my opinion in it, but I also know that I'm speaking for a couple thousand other people, as well as Moorhead as a whole. So just being that voice and making sure that it's not just pushed to the side, but it's being heard.